Dear students, welcome to the MOOC on India's foreign policy in a globalizing world. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about India and ASEAN. Main objectives of these lessons are to learn about the ASEAN, to understand the relations between India and ASEAN during the Cold War period, to understand the relations between India and ASEAN post the Cold War, and to analyze the various challenges between India and ASEAN countries. We will begin with the first part of the lesson, in which we will discuss about ASEAN and relations between India and Southeast Asia in the post-Cold War period. Southeast Asia and India are geographically contiguous, sharing common histories and colonial experiences along with maritime borders. The 10 countries of Southeast Asia are Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Myanmar, Malaysia, Laos, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. During their freedom struggle and afterwards, Southeast Asian countries anticipated support from India, not just politically but also economically for their development. However, due to several factors, India could not actively engage with the region. These factors included its preoccupation with domestic problems arising from partition, an inward-looking economy, the war with China, and the divisions of the Cold War. Some Southeast Asian countries refrained from supporting India during its conflicts with China and Pakistan. This lack of solidarity led New Delhi to maintain its distance from the region. Efforts were made to reassess the policy direction, yet certain developments caused both entities to drift apart from each other, further hindering the potential for collaboration and mutual support. Let us discuss about ASEAN. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations came into being during the height of the Cold War amidst global power struggles and the formation of blocs by the two superpowers. The world was witnessing intense power games, with countries vying for control and alignment within these blocs. ASEAN emerged with the primary objective of shielding the Southeast Asian region from communist influence, marking a pivotal moment in history. Since its inception, ASEAN has played a crucial role in promoting stability and fostering development in Southeast Asia. Over time, it has evolved into a significant regional organization, contributing significantly to the peace and progress of its member nations. Its establishment and subsequent initiatives have made it a cornerstone of regional cooperation, shaping the socio-economic and political landscape of Southeast Asia. Initially, India underestimated the significance of regional organizations such as ASEAN, concentrating more on its immediate neighbors and delicately managing relations amid tensions. During this period, India's attention was primarily directed towards its immediate neighborhood, which limited its engagement with broader regional initiatives. However, in the post-1990s era, India underwent significant economic growth and earned global recognition. With an enhanced diplomatic influence, India shifted its approach and actively participated in ASEAN affairs. It fostered mutual cooperation, contributing effectively to the organization's objectives. This engagement was characterized by a spirit of cordiality and shared assistance, marking a transformative phase in India's regional diplomacy. Let us discuss about India and Southeast Asian relations during the post-Cold War period. The disintegration of the Soviet Union and India's evolving relationship with the United States in the post-Cold War era had a positive effect on India's Southeast Asian relations. During this period, both entities recognized the mutual importance they held for each other. Southeast Asian countries began to perceive India as an economic powerhouse and emerged as significant players in foreign direct investment within India. India actively engaged in establishing regional economic and development groupings such as BIMSTEC and the Mekong Ganga project. Additionally, India aimed to enhance land connectivity with the region through initiatives involving Myanmar and Thailand. The relationship between India and the Southeast Asian countries has evolved significantly, with both sides increasingly adopting a more constructive and collaborative approach towards each other. In the midst of a severe shortage of foreign exchange reserves and the dismantling of its steadfast ally, the Soviet Union, India embarked on a significant journey to liberalize its national economy in 1991. The change in the international system, coupled with the success stories of East Asian tiger economies and the radical shift in India's economic and strategic circumstances, led to increased attention towards the rapidly growing economies of East and Southeast Asia. Under the Look East policy, officially announced by the then Indian Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao's government, India became a sectoral partner of ASEAN in 1992, followed by its designation as a dialogue partner in 1996 and ultimately achieving summit partner status in 2002. The upgradation to a strategic partnership, celebrated during the 20th commemorative summit in New Delhi in 2012, marked the natural culmination of the evolution of the India-ASEAN relationship. The significance of this partnership was further underscored with the transformation of the Look East policy into the Act East policy by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2014. India and ASEAN engage in around 30 dialogue mechanisms, each responsible for promoting commerce, connectivity and culture, encapsulating the focus areas of action for greater India-ASEAN integration. ASEAN and India signed a comprehensive agreement on trade in goods in 2003 and followed it up with a similar agreement in trade in services in 2014, thereby completing the India-ASEAN Free Trade Agreement. To enhance people-to-people connectivity, India and ASEAN conduct annual media and foreign exchange programs. Additionally, they facilitate scientific and technological research and training for academics from ASEAN countries, ensuring a bi-directional flow of lectures by eminent experts intermittently. Recently, in October 2021, India and ASEAN celebrated the 18th ASEAN-India Summit virtually, with Prime Minister Modi representing India. This marked the 9th such summit attended by the Prime Minister, highlighting India's commitment to ASEAN centrality. At the outset of the 18th summit, Indian Prime Minister emphasized the shared values and history of Southeast Asia, the unity and the centrality of ASEAN, India's Act East policy, its security and growth for all in the region, the convergence between India's Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative and ASEAN's outlook for the Indo-Pacific. India advocates for a stable and united ASEAN as an integral component of the Indo-Pacific region. India actively participates in the ASEAN Master Plan for Connectivity 2025, contributing to signature projects like the 1,360 kilometers trilateral highway and the Kaladan multimodal connectivity projects. Negotiations are underway to extend the trilateral highway connectivity project to Laos, Cambodia and Vietnam. Additionally, India has donated $1 million to the ASEAN COVID-19 Recovery Fund and pledged to provide Quad-sponsored vaccines to Indo-Pacific countries, including ASEAN nations. The virtual East Asia Summit held a day before the annual summit witnessed the adoption of 3 statements co-sponsored by India, focusing on mental health, economic recovery through tourism and sustainable recovery, addressing the adverse effects of the pandemic. Thus, the India-ASEAN relationship on the whole looks to be on the right track and has a lot of potential to flourish further. I hope you understood what we discussed about ASEAN and relations between India and Southeast Asia in the post-Cold War period. We will discuss about the challenges between India and the ASEAN countries in the next video. Thank you.